This is straight footlock escape. There are a lot of different footlocks. There are a lot of different setups. Your opponent may attack you different ways. This is a very common one of the more effective ones. Very important thing is you don't allow your opponent to bend your knee. Okay, if your knee is bent, you're more likely to get tapped. So it's very important to keep a straight leg the whole time. When your leg is straight, it's going to be a lot harder for your opponent to footlock you. Another thing I do is I don't let him bring my toes back. I try to bring my toes up. Now, of course, he's going to be trying to fight that. He's going to be trying to put pressure on my toes to flatten my foot. But if I can keep this right here with a straight leg, I make it a lot harder for my opponent to footlock. So, depending on where you're at, you have to hide your Achilles if that's what he's attacking. That's the only way he's attacking with the straight footlock. So, you might, a lot of people, they do try to pull their legs out. When they try to pull it out, they're actually making it tighter. The best thing for you to do is actually push your leg in. So you're hiding your Achilles and you're allowing him to put pressure on the calf, which will hurt, but it's not going to be the same as the Achilles. See, there's no muscle protecting this tendon right here. There's some muscle protecting the tendon up here. So when he puts pressure up here, I can kind of deal with it. Where if it's down there, it's a lot harder to deal with. It's very sensitive, okay? So this is a very common footlock. Jay's going to get his right hip. Notice he's attacking the bottom leg. Okay, he's got this foot on Christian's hip. His knees are pinched together. He's got his shin on the inside. And this is a tough footlock for Christian to defend because if he didn't have this shin here, if he had both his feet on Christian's belly, Christian just move one leg out of the way and stand up. So you just bump that leg out of the way and start standing up, and he'd be out of it, okay? But because that leg is on the inside, kind of like a butterfly hook and a shin on his leg, it's a lot harder to get past this leg. So if Christian tries to come up, he's never going to win that fight. He's stuck. He's stuck on his butt. But there's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to straighten our leg, okay? And you're going to reach for the collar so it makes it harder for your opponent to extend, okay? So you can reach for this collar. If you grab this one right here, it's fine too, whatever you're comfortable with. But just it prevents him from arching and actually applying pressure on the footlock. This alone won't stop him, but it buys you time. Now with this hand, you're going to grab his toes. You can grab his ankle, but if you grab the toes, it normally peels off a little bit easier. Almost feels like a footlock on Jay. He's not going to tap, but the foot comes off. So do it again. So I like to grab the toes and push it straight down. And now what Christian's going to do is going to put his butt over Jay's foot. There we go. Okay. Now Christian's going to be leaning slightly over here. And what he's going to do is he's going to swim that right leg on the inside. Just like exactly. Pummel with that leg. Do it again. So that leg, Jay had the leg on the inside. Christian's going to pummel. Yeah, you can go back a little bit. You can use your elbow like you just did to move that knee. That's fine. Sometimes you have to really dig your foot in there. But you have to make sure you get that outside leg on the inside of Jay's leg. Use your elbow there. Swim inside. And now Christian's going to pull himself up. Okay, you should finish almost in mount. If you don't finish almost in mount, you just finish on top, that's more than okay. You got out of the foot lock, which is the main thing. Okay, let's do it again. Jay has a foot lock, he's on his hip. All right, Christian's gonna reach X. Deepens that leg, try to keep it straight, try to get his toes to point up. That's gonna make it harder for Jay to foot lock and grab the collar. It makes it harder for him to arch. Okay, you're gonna push that foot down, you're gonna sit on it. Put your butt over the foot. Now if you have to lean on your left here a little bit, that's fine, there's no problem with that. Now this is the fight you have to win. That might be the hardest thing to do throughout this whole sequence. But you have to pummel with that leg. Open it with your elbow if you have to, get that leg on the inside. Once that leg's on the inside, you're out of it. Just pull yourself up. You're on top of Jay every single time.